nice, man.
Yep. We're getting your audio over here. Getting audio here. You can hear me. I can hear you. We are good.
Yeah.
Almost. Almost. One more thing. I'm gonna get your video.
You gotta put the video on. So you're just back in Florida now?
Yeah, I'm in Florida now. There you are. Cool. We got. Alex Blust. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dovetown. We're finally getting started. It only took about 7 minutes for me to troubleshoot everything, apparently, even though I did the checks like 5 times before we got started. But okay, we are rocking and rolling now. So Alex Blust, we got Alex Blust here today, ladies and gentlemen. He is a legend, United States Marine Corps veteran. We got to work together on a secret facility in the Bahamas. That was definitely something of an experience. Um, but Alex, we haven't gotten a chance to talk since I think last time we did one of these. How's it going?
Yeah, I think it was back in January. I think because I was trying to get on Messenger, like I saw, like I said, the last like Facebook Live video was back in like January 17th. So yeah, it was like beginning of the year.
Nice. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, it's
yeah,
been going great though, because like I was still in training like whenever the last time we did one, but now like I'm actually like working the job. So it's been
yeah.
pretty nice.
So yeah, speaking of getting into working the job a little bit, let me bring up my notes real quick. Let's go. You've been posting pictures on Snapchat and Facebook of a lot of different places all over the globe.
Yeah.
So in the past, let's say we'll go from last time we spoke. From then until now, where all have you been?
Yeah, so like I started like I moved down to Springfield in like March 1st. And that's when I started working like at the radio programs branch for the US State Department. So I'm living in Springfield now. Like I'm not up in Pentagon City anymore, unfortunately, because I had a really nice apartment there. I mean, this one's nice too, but it's not as I was 16th floor there, like all paid
Yeah,
for too. So that was pretty nice. Now I'm
yeah,
having to
it's cool.
suffer the high rent cost of the DC area, which is not fun. It's like double what I was paying in Florida.
Yeah,
So yeah, but it's been great otherwise though. Like the job's pretty good. Like, we do mostly radio, a lot of what you're doing there with all your Motorola stuff. So like
yeah,
we do
yeah,
a lot of
buddy.
Motorola stuff. And
We got similar tasks we got to do. I think because I was looking at in my notes a little bit. I've got your classes. I've been seeing some pictures of you doing the different classes, like with the beefy. What I forget what it's called, the RIS 2 or something.
yeah, the Enritsu.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Enritsu spec in. Yeah, that thing's nice, man.
So tell me a little bit about your training. What are you still doing that, or or is that over? Was that like a little month long or week long training thing?
Oh no, this whole month has been like training.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, so and more to go too. So that's actually why I'm going to Denver on Saturday, or I'm sorry, Sunday tomorrow. Like I'll be going flying out to Denver to do Bixie.
Do what?
So Bixie?
Is that the place in Denver?
Yeah, well, Bixie is like I could probably pull it up here. I'm about to get my computer up because I don't even know what Bixie stands for. But that's what I've been doing like this whole last week. Like I had a Bixie class like at home, and that was like copper. Just like we did like mostly coax and like we did like some punch downs, and then like I took like Bixie the first Bixie class like several weeks ago. Same thing. It was at home all week, and it was the same thing. It was basically the same thing. Like I didn't really understand it because like it was almost like carbon copy class. There's a couple of differences, but like
Yeah.
for the most part, it was like doing like we did like Cat 5 terminations, and we did like punch downs like on the Bix block. and then we did like some coax terminations, which can be a pain, but
Yeah.
yeah, for this next Big C class I'm doing, it's the optical fiber one. So like all next week I'm gonna be doing fiber out in
Oh,
Denver.
sick.
So
That's
yeah.
exciting. Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
mean, Big C's like a really good certification to have though too. Like I didn't realize like it's like really highly sought after one by jobs. Like if you have the Big C certifications, like that's something that can get you like a really high paying job like out the gate.
that's cool.
So the fact that they're paying for it and like I want to definitely get certified and have something else to add to my resume.
Yeah, I got you, dude. That's awesome. Doing all kinds of cool education and traveling and whatnot. But you're talking about certifications and how they're paying for it. Is it a U.S. federal agency that you're working for? I forget which one you said last time. Which
Yeah, it's State Department.
the State Department. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you have been to the Pentagon?
No, Pentagon is
No.
DOD. That's all. I mean,
Okay,
I live right next to the Pentagon before when I was living in Pentagon City, so I could
gotcha.
see
That's
it
pretty
across
cool.
from my building. It's
It's
really
right
nice,
there.
but
Yeah. Nice.
yeah,
Okay,
no, I
cool.
mean, we're pretty separate though. Like Pentagon's all like military DOD, and then State Department's like all diplomacy and all
Okay,
the embassies and consulates worldwide.
nice.
So we do the talking and they do the fighting. So if the talking doesn't work out, that's when the Pentagon comes in.
Well, time to get to the Pentagon. Nice. That's cool. We what did you mention the countries that you've been to this year?
Yeah, so far I've been to Italy and Panama.
Italy and Panama. That's cool,
So
man.
yeah,
What
and both of those were like for 3 weeks.
what was the food better in Italy or Panama?
I'd say Italy
Italy?
for sure. I mean, I'm kind of biased because I've always loved Italian food. Like it's like my favorite cuisine.
Oh yeah. So was that your favorite trip then, the one going to Italy, or which one was better, just from your point of view?
um, I mean, I really it's hard for me to say like which one's better. Like Italy. Like I did more traveling in Italy because we went to three different spots. Like we hit up Florence, then we went to Milan, then we went to Naples afterwards. So that was pretty cool. But like I mean, Panama. I was just in Panama City for 3 weeks. So I mean, it's got its pros and cons. Like it's nice to just sit still for 3 weeks and like just explore one place. Because flying around Italy was every Saturday we had to fly out again, so it's kind of and then I got all my bags and my
Oh,
tools,
okay.
having to deal with all
Yeah.
the crap from the airlines, and all the excess baggage, and they want to know what my tools are and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just a radio repairman, man.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bringing all these tools into the country? What are you trying
Oh
to do
man.
here?
Yeah. I can imagine
So,
that's a nightmare. They don't like have their own planes or anything. You have to fly a commercial.
oh yeah, yeah, we fly commercial for everything.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, but yeah, because that's like the biggest probably stressor of the job is like just having to deal with the airlines, because like dealing with the airlines like never fun for anybody. Like having to
Yeah. Such a
make sure your
pain.
bags are make sure your bags are like the right weight and everything, and then like on the way back from Italy, like the British Airways lost my bag, so that was a lot of fun too.
Oh no. So which
Yeah,
bag was it? Was it the one with all the work stuff or with all your personal stuff?
both of them. So like I had my
Jeez.
Pelican case with the tools in it, and they lost that, and then I had my personal bag with all my stuff in it, and then they lost. I mean, they brought it back, but granted, they came
Eventually.
knocking on my door at 1:30 in the morning the next day, so I wasn't very happy about that.
Yeah, that's kind of absurd. That's what they do with lost bags, I guess. It's 1:30
Yeah.
a.m. Yeah, let's deliver it now. What a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy that they brought it straight to my apartment. I was like, "That's great,"
Yeah,
because
that's
I didn't want
awesome.
to drive like back out to the airport and get it. But I'm like, at 1:30 in the morning, man, really? You couldn't
Like,
find like a better time? Like,
and wait till like 8 a.m. or something, or maybe even 7, like 1:30. What
no.
on earth? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and the worst
What if,
part is he called my was that
I was gonna say, what if you were passed out, like, and didn't
I was
get the
passed
door?
out.
Yeah, but I
I
meant like
was.
to the point where you couldn't get up and hear the door, like,
I guess he
that's
just drive off and keep my bags.
shit. It's
Yeah, the
right.
worst part is like he called my dad for some reason too.
Oh,
So like I
really?
guess he called me a few times and I was sleeping, so I didn't pick up. But
Yeah.
then he calls my dad because I guess like British Airways, they wanted like an emergency contact. So like he had my dad's phone number like on his little iPad, I guess. So like he was calling my dad, and like my dad called me like a couple days later, and it's like, what was this guy calling me at 1:30 for, saying I've got your bags and stuff? Like,
Oh my goodness.
I was like, good grief, man.
Blowing up your dad's face. Your dad's got the same name as you?
No, I mean he's got his first name is Paul, and that's my middle name, so I guess it's kind of similar.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe if y'all had the same name that would explain why they were calling your dad, but that's
No, well, I mean
strange.
his number was on there as an emergency contact, but I mean it was for an
Oh, okay,
emergency, like,
gotcha.
but it's
Yeah.
not really an emergency, like when you're dropping my
Yeah.
bags off, it's kind of
Mm,
just like generic,
it's
like
just like y'all
especially when you
screwed
come at
up.
1:30 in the
Yeah.
morning, like.
Yeah, really. Maybe I guess they treat it like an emergency over there. But speaking of your dad, I wanted to get into a little bit of your family. What else? How many siblings do you have?
Oh, I got a sister, just one sister.
Yeah, just one sister. What does she do? Is she older or younger?
She's younger. She's actually she's living in Florida too, like in the Tampa area right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Um, is somewhere in the Tampa area. And when did she move there? Has she always been there?
Oh, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 years ago she moved there.
Gotcha. And she's doing
So,
good. You guys talk?
not very often, no, but
Oh,
last I
gotcha.
heard, like she's doing pretty well. So,
Okay, cool. How about
yeah,
your
so that's
ma? I don't think I've
good.
heard you mention your ma at all.
Yeah, my mom, like she's like semi-retired now. Like she's just living back in South Carolina,
Nice.
retired from the newspaper industry after so many years.
That's pretty cool.
She was working at TJ Maxx and she didn't like it very much, so she quit that job and.
Mm. So from family, got a few more things in here to touch on. For the most part, when you do work, do you have like a crew, or is it mostly just you doing whatever you got to do?
No, like, well, I've been with because I'm still kind of new at the job, so like I usually definitely go with people. So I haven't been on
Gotcha.
any solo trips yet, but like I went with an experienced radio tech in Italy. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
actually he's the one I talked to like when I was first applying for the job. Like he's posted in Fort Lauderdale. So like I drove all the
Gotcha.
way down to go talk to the guys there and find out how the job was and like what I need to
Nice.
look out for on the interview. So he was actually the one I talked to, and now he's in Frankfurt. So
That's
he
cool.
joined me on the Italy trip, so that was pretty cool to go on the first trip with him. The guy that literally like helped me get the job in the beginning. So
Yeah, that's awesome. That's too cool. How things
yeah, and
like
then in
that line up.
Panama we had a crew too.
So a crew, what does that consist of, and what are the different roles in the crew?
It's kind of just like because the crew that led Panama was like most of the contractors that we have here because they did like a fresh installation down there in Panama. So
Okay.
they took out like all their old Kenwood infrastructure because I guess Kenwood doesn't have the contract anymore at the State Department, and we put
Mm,
like brand new Motorola infrastructure in. So
gotcha.
the contractors are pretty
Nice.
much the one that ran everything, and I'm just kind of there like as the radio tech liaison. I just pretty much I just follow their lead. I just help them out with anything
So
because
what
they've been doing it for years. And
do all of you guys have the same like position title? Like what's your position title or job role or whatever it's called?
yeah, my position, I'm a radio tech. So
Okay.
I work with mostly just like the radio side of things. Like we mostly do like repair, like and refreshes and stuff.
Mhm.
So like our job's not really infrastructure, but we do assist them on the infrastructure. Like whenever they have like new installs, like at an embassy or consulate, like they'll send a radio tech down there just to, make sure everything's good on the like the software side and making sure everything's talking to each other. Make sure
Gotcha.
all the duplexers and repeaters are tuned up if they need to be.
Nice, dude. Yeah, it's working on the radios is it's been pretty cool over here. What I've been doing with Trico, Trico Communications. There's
Yeah, so
this,
so you work for them?
yeah, we do a lot of stuff with police, fire, EMS. There's
Nice,
a
man.
government contractors. I don't know if you knew or heard of the Pine Castle bombing range. We do the radios for the contractors out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a long haul out that way, but it's a
You said
pretty
Pine
cool.
Castle bombing range?
Yeah, yeah, right in the middle of
Wow, I've
Florida.
never even heard of that before. Was that
Yeah,
for the military or?
yeah, yeah. The U.S. Navy. It's a Navy bombing range. They'll fly from up at
Wow,
Mayport. They'll fly from the carriers out in the Pacific. They do exercises to fly into Florida to the Pine Castle and do their drills there. I haven't got to see any yet.
really?
I wish I could get to see some, but just being out there at the range was pretty cool, climbing the towers and working with the contractors and stuff. But
Yeah, yeah. Maybe at some point I'll get to see something though.
yeah, so what we do a lot of just huge what is it? I think it's Astro 25 system is what we do. Does that sound familiar at all to you?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've dealt with that before. I saw you have like use APX, right?
Yeah, yeah. The Astro
Like
25 is
for
like the whole setup, like the prime site, the master site, the consoles. That's everything together. Is called and trademarked as by Motorola as the Astro 25 system, which is just a whole hell of a lot of equipment that is always talking to each other with like a billion redundancies and all that.
wow.
So we work with Motorola Solutions, and I just got to work with Genesis Solutions, which I guess they're kind of one and the same, but
Okay.
different
So
different
Genesis like has
specialized.
radios too, or?
Genesis, I think, is more like the infrastructure side, like hardware that goes into the sites and racks and software as well that makes them all talk and communicate. I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure, just based off what I've seen, I'm still pretty new to this field, but it's been a really cool transition going from, power supplies and batteries over at the secret base that we got to work at.
Top secret.
Going from there, coming to switch over to this stuff, it's been pretty cool, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome though. You're liking it pretty well because I guess we kind of made the same transition, really. We both were doing Mark 30s
Yeah,
before, and now we're both in radio comms now.
yeah. But you were in comms in the past too, right? You in the Marine Corps,
Yeah, I was a
right?
radio operator. I was 621, so
Yeah. So you've
the
always
natural
been
field to
a
get into.
kind of electronics and radio type guy. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and I finally got this job after waiting for 2 years. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
So
I applied for this job before I even like heard about the Bahamas job.
yeah, I think I remember you talking about that, and I was thinking, man, there's a job that takes longer to get to than this one. Like I thought the Bahamas one took forever, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that was
That one
crazy,
took
man.
like 6 months or 5 months or something
Yeah, it was a while
stupid.
too. I know because for you, like you had some stuff like kind of that was like stall holding you up, right?
Yeah, I was like, I just want a job, so I could just go do one of these in Florida, but kind of want to go to the Bahamas, you know. So I'm waiting,
Yeah,
waiting,
yeah,
waiting, and then we finally got around to it. But
yeah.
a
That was a good
couple,
time in the Bahamas, though.
yeah, it really was. It was a blast. It was a blast over at
Actually, I
the.
mean, I wouldn't mind even going back there someday. I probably won't. I don't think I want to do Mark 30s again, but like if I want to go back someday, maybe like do like see if they
You could
got
do
some com.
comms. Yeah,
Yeah, do some comms down
you
there.
could work on the telephones.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're 1992 telephones that they got for all the communication.
yeah. Still important though.
It's funny you mentioned that. Me and Damien just applied to go back to Mark 30s.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and Damien both.
Are you serious? So
It,
you're trying to go back then?
and we'll see. We'll see what they offer.
But you said Damien wants to go back though.
Yeah, Damien too. Yeah,
What?
Q and DeAndre gave us both a call. I think Friday morning, Friday around
Uh
10 or
huh.
11.
Uh huh.
And he's like, "How soon can you guys get back here?" I'm like, "Shit, I'll pack a bag whenever you want me."
So you oh wow, I didn't even know that. So you both are actually trying to go back then.
Yeah, we both actually applied. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think Damien said he was getting as far away from that place as possible.
Yeah, I was surprised too. When I heard that Damien wanted to go back too. I was like, you know what, Damien, it looks like we gotta deploy again, bro.
Damn,
So
Damn,
yeah, we'll
man.
we'll see what happens with that one. But
Yeah, because I know I saw on Facebook that Daryl just retired,
yeah, yeah, they were
so he's not there anymore.
Yeah, Q was mentioning that, and I think Q's kind of like running the show now. There, I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
well, I
on with
mean, like
the.
me and Terry, we talked about it. Like we saw the writing on the wall. It's like I'm leaving
Yeah,
soon. Like Terry's old. Like he knows he's gonna retire soon. Like Angel said he was out the door. Damien is
yep.
out the door. Spencer didn't want to stay there.
Spencer wasn't even there when he was there. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I still talk to Spence too. He's doing pretty good now.
Oh, what's he up to?
Oh, I think he's just back in South Carolina now. He's kind of just like looking for work too.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah, as far as I
gotcha.
know, he's doing pretty well. So we
That's cool.
talk on Snapchat every once in a while too, kind of like you and me. So
Nice. I'm gonna have to put him on Snap, I think.
yeah, that's crazy though, man. I didn't know you guys were trying to go back.
Me either until Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, recent
I
development.
mean, like that place had its issues, but I mean, like at the end of the day, like looking back on it, like living up in DC is like, I look at the hustle and bustle of trying to drive around here, and like, I
Yeah,
go to
you
any
just walk,
restaurant, it's
just
just
walk into
packed with
work, you
people.
know.
Yeah, I could just walk to work, like
uh,
you took your skateboard to work, like I had a golf
oh
cart.
yeah, that was great. Good
Like
times.
there's no road rage, like there's no like people honking at each other and like all this hustle and bustle. And if I want
Yeah.
to get some food, I can just go to the chow hall.
The only thing I got in trouble for is not wearing a helmet.
I got a ticket. Got
That
probably the
was
first
so
man in
funny.
history to get pulled over on a skateboard.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, "There's no way he's flashing his lights at me for this makes no sense."
You should frame that ticket if you still have
Yeah.
it.
Shit, I think I threw it away as soon as I went inside.
Yeah, you should have framed that. Be like, yeah, I got pulled
Yeah.
over on a skateboard, man. You
I'm
can't say
thinking of it
that.
now. I probably should have. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I got my first ticket like a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit. In DC?
Yeah, in DC, man. I got caught on one of those damn speed cameras.
You're cutting my head off. There you go. You got caught by a speed camera and they sent you a ticket in the mail?
Yeah, man.
What the
I saw this
hell?
letter in the mail from the DC DMV, and I was thinking like it was something with my tags because I just got new tags in Virginia. And I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I open it up, and it's a picture of my truck. It's like
Oh
you're going
no.
41 and the 25, and I was like, "Are you kidding me, man?" They're like,
Damn.
"You owe us $150 now."
Yeah, DC sounds like they're trying to run everything with the cameras, just like China.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, it's like a big deal up there. They got those speed trap cameras everywhere. Which I mean, I don't like because like I've never gotten a ticket before. I've definitely been pulled over a lot, but like I'm usually able to like sweet talk the cop out of it, and I've got all my moto stickers on the back, so they usually see like, "Oh, you're a Marine. We don't want to
Yeah.
mess with you."
Hmm.
And I'm like, man, this is like a camera that got me though.
That's so annoying. I didn't even know they did that. I knew they knew about the red light ones. I didn't know they did the speed ones.
Oh yeah, they do speed ones too. I think they do red light ones too, which I'm kind of worried about because I think I've definitely gunned it through some yellow lights up there.
There,
I
the red lights tickets are coming. Yeah, they're on the
mean,
way.
I'm from Florida, man. That's how we drive down there.
Exactly.
Like yellow means speed up. It doesn't mean slow down.
Yeah, exactly. You don't slow down at the lights here in Florida. Everything's too spread out.
Yeah, because it took like a month to send it to me. Like the infraction was like over a month ago, and I got the ticket like 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried now. I'm thinking like, man, maybe I drove up there some more and like get caught by another one, and in a few weeks I can expect another one in the mail.
So just a few more bullet points here on the notes I'd like to get into if you're up for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What type of what type of faith when you grew up were you raised? Was it like Catholic, Christian, or
Yeah, I was definitely a Protestant Christian growing up. So like,
gotcha?
parents had me like in a Protestant Christian daycare. Like, I never went to the Christian school, but like a lot of my friends did. And like we went to church, not pretty infrequently, like on Sunday. But yeah,
Okay.
definitely grew up. Yeah, Christian. Still am to this day. I wouldn't say I'm a very, very good Christian at all, but we're all trying to get better. So
Yeah, we all. I know I need a lot of forgiveness regularly. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely. Me too.
Yeah. But
Still do.
that's awesome, man.
Always
Super
will.
cool.
You know, we're all trying to get better on this journey together. So,
Yeah, that's 100%. Just trying to do better every day.
absolutely, that's all we can do.
How about some goals? Like I'd say when you were in the Bahamas, you had a really strong goal of getting this position that you have now. So now that you got it, what's your new goal?
Yeah, see, that's something I actually like struggle with for a bit. And it's like when I finally made it here, it's like it was like euphoria for like the first few weeks. But then I'm thinking now, like, what is
Yeah.
there to look forward to? I have nothing to look forward to now. Like, this is where
Yeah.
I'm at for at least the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess my new goal is like, I just want to do like really well in this job. It's kind of hard to do because they're kind of restructuring everything. Like, they're pretty much going to merge us with IT and like eliminate the radio program.
Gotcha.
So that's the part
Okay.
that's kind of scaring me because it's like I really do want to get good with radio, but then if they're going to merge us all and put us with IT, and then they can send me anywhere that maybe doesn't even have radio,
But
it's like
you're a journeyman from ETA, so I mean, you can definitely merge with IT as well somehow, right? Like maybe get a IT position or
yeah. Well, I
something.
mean, they're doing that anyway. Like they're going to put us in IT, like
Okay,
because they want to get
gotcha.
rid of like the radio technician position. They just want to make it all IT.
That's
So
pretty
like
wild though.
because they kind of touch on it for the because they kind of touch like IT and radio are already kind of merged. Like that's how it was like in training.
Yeah.
Like we're all together. And like we did mostly radio, like our side, and then they did most of the IT side, but we kind of intermingled. Like they gave them like a few weeks of radio training themselves, and like we did a few weeks of like the IT stuff. So they're just trying to get it to where it's all the same now. So like,
Okay.
which I don't really like because like radio is like not as easy as people think it is. Like
Yeah,
it's not just as easy as
exactly.
like yeah, there's a lot to it,
Yeah,
man.
there's
Like
a
the code
hell of a lot
plugs and
to
like
it.
tuning in duplexers and like that Enritsu.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean it's might seem like an easy jump for IT person to train radio, but it's almost like two separate degrees, like pathways to learn about. To try to
Oh
merge
yeah,
them
absolutely.
both, I mean, that seems like probably at least a year, or maybe 6 months or 3 months of just training, for
Oh
the right
yeah, yeah,
person. So you got to be able, got people got to be willing to learn and absorb all of it too, and be really be humbled. Honestly,
yeah,
when I
absolutely,
got
yeah.
into the radio, I was like, man, there's a hell of a lot of stuff I have no idea about. So I just started digging into pretty much all the Motorola trainings that were bought for finally by the company and by the ones that are free on Motorola as well. And just been diving into all that pretty much since I started
Nice
with
man.
Trico. It's been pretty cool, man.
Nice, man. Yeah, because I'm actually so I'm going to Denver this week. I'll be out there for a week, and then I come back here for a week, and then I'm actually flying out to Frankfurt, Germany, where I used to live, where I was in MSG before, and we're doing
Nice.
Motorola training out there for a week. So I'll be doing all Motorola stuff for a week. That'd be nice.
Nice out there in Frankfurt, Germany.
Yep, my old hometown.
That's so cool. That's the old hometown.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean that's the one good thing about State Department is they definitely do give us a lot of training. It's also bad in a sense because like I appreciate the training. Like I definitely want to take as many training courses as I can, but like at some point like I actually want to work the job and like get really good at the job first.
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha.
So like just let me work first. Like give me a few months to like actually work and like do the job, and then you can send me all the trainings you want to. They're kind of doing it like reverse. Like they put me in all these trainings, and it's like wait a second, I still need to grasp the job first. Like
I feel like mine and you right after the top secret base, you jumped right into the training, but I jumped right into the job. Like, cause I'm still haven't really got any like been sent to any training, but like purchased or the company bought some of the Motorola stuff I could do on my own. But for the most part, it's work, work, work all the time.
yeah, well that's the
Um,
best way to learn though.
oh,
Just do it.
exactly.
Like just
Yeah,
do the thing. Just do
yeah.
the thing you're trying to do.
I'm
And
all
then ask
about it.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
It's like,
cool.
I mean, the PowerPoint stuff is great, but it's like, you're not going to learn like the ins and outs of the job, like just reading a PowerPoint or just having somebody go over some bullet points. And
Exactly. Yeah,
so
yeah,
the best way to do it is like, yeah, like get in the school bus and fix the radios, man. They're all broken. So
yeah. So I
yeah, I
got
saw you working on the school bus too. That's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness, the school bus project. We had 350 school buses that I had to.
Oh my gosh, man! Wow, and you did all
Yeah.
350 of them?
I had one other dude helping me out and another guy that came in and did like maybe 10 or 12.
What'd y'all do? Just load code plugs in there, or?
Yeah, we had to do a flash upgrade. So we did some flash upgrading to all of them, upgrading firmware, upgrading the feature. We added a feature to each of them as well.
Wow, I didn't know school buses had radios in them.
Apparently they do now.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but like,
Yeah.
I think growing up, like, I don't remember the school bus driver like having a radio. I
No,
was like,
I
that could
don't.
have come in handy. You could have radioed the cops, like, and all those kids were like acting up on the school bus, like.
It's Marion County, Florida. So all of Marion County's school buses we did.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they are new for them. I think last December is when they were installed. So who knows? Maybe Marion County is the first county to have radios in all their school buses.
Yeah, I mean, gives you work though, so.
Yeah, I ain't complained about it. Other than the buses that the AC didn't work because it
Oh my
was
gosh, man, I
hot,
can't even imagine.
hot. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was like the worst thing in Panama because like in Panama we did a lot of vehicle installs. I think we had like 30 vehicles we had to install, and like a few of them were up armored.
Okay.
So that was
So no
definitely.
AC.
I mean, we had the AC running, like we had the
Yeah.
vehicle on, and like actually the AC like actually running even with the doors wide open. But I'm like, it's so hot, like we have to have something, man. Like,
Yeah, you need something for sure.
but like anytime we had to get under the hood, like we had to turn the engine off.
Hmm.
So there'd be some moments where we didn't have any, and I was just out there in the Panama
Just
heat and
bacon.
humidity, like yeah,
Just
just baking,
cooking.
man. Yeah.
Jeez. So you work for the US government. I got two more questions for you.
Okay.
Do you trust the US government?
I cannot confirm or deny.
And how how do you justify working for the US government?
Hey, I'm just here for that pension, man.
Mm.
Just give me that pension. I love Joe Biden. I love Kamala Harris. I think they're wonderful. I think they're the best thing to ever happen to the government. I think that Joe Biden should be on Mount Rushmore.
They got to carve his face up there with cameras. Whew. Well, Alex, it's been a pleasure again having you here. We just hit over 30 minutes, so I think we'll go ahead and start wrapping her up.
Yeah, sounds good, man. It was great talking to you again.
Yeah,
Glad to give you an
Alex,
update. And
super
yeah,
cool,
man.
man.
So what was it? I guess it's been about what, 6 months since we did the last one?
I think just about, yeah, probably about six
Yeah.
months. Hmm.
Yeah, we could probably like check in like every 6 months or something, and do another one, do an update.
Hell yeah, man. Sounds good to
Yeah.
me. I'm all about it.
Especially especially I want to hear about your Bahamas, like if you're gonna end up back there.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if we might do the next one from the Bahamas again. We'll see if we can get that Starlink up again.
Oh, you had Starlink there.
Yeah, one of my neighbors had it, and I was like, "Yo, let me get some of that."
Yeah, I mean there's plenty of juice in the Starlink, so
Oh yeah, we were sharing.
yeah,
I
State
think with
State
like
Department's
three or
actually
four
we're
neighbors.
trying to deploy Starlink now too.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, to like all the posts around the world, they're all trying to have like Star because they all have that BGAN. I don't know if you've ever done the BGAN before. Yeah, it's shitty. It was shitty back in 2008, like when we had them in Okinawa. So they're trying to replace it all with Starlink now and have better like backup radio or backup network infrastructure. Like if anything hits the fan. So
Oh yeah. Well, it's always a pleasure, Alex. Don't be a stranger. And until next time, I'll send you some snaps.
sounds good, my brother.
Keep you updated.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Yes, sir. Take her easy.
You as well.
Yeah, buddy. That's gonna wrap up Duff Town for today. Give a huge like to the video and a round of applause for the cameraman being able to last through the whole thing, Mr. Christopher himself. So that's gonna wrap it up for Duff Town today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for stopping by. We had Alex Blust, the communications legend. Bye bye.